Hello, and welcome back to Weird World War, your destination for the most unbelievable and extraordinary stories from the Second World War. Today, we're diving into a tale so bizarre, so audacious, that it sounds like something straight out of a spy novel because, in essence, we're talking about Operation Mincemeat, the corpse that fooled Hitler. This is the incredible true story of how British intelligence, facing a critical turning point in the war, came up with a plan involving a dead body, an invented identity, and a suitcase full of fake secrets to pull off one of the greatest deceptions in military history. The strategic dilemma, the invasion of Sicily. By early 19, the Allies had driven the Axis forces out of North Africa. The next logical step was to invade Europe. The most obvious target was Sicily, the large island directly south of Italy, which would provide a crucial stepping stone for an Allied advance into mainland Europe. The problem was, it was too obvious. Adolf Hitler and the German High Command were fully aware that Sicily was a prime target. Reinforcing Sicily, however, would stretch German resources thin, particularly in the Eastern Front where they were still heavily engaged with the Soviet Union. The Allies needed to convince the Germans that the invasion would occur elsewhere, drawing away vital troops and equipment. This was the strategic dilemma that gave birth to Operation Mincemeat, a plan cooked up by two brilliant but unconventional intelligence officers, Lieutenant Commander Ewan Montague and Flight Lieutenant Charles Chumley of MI5 and MI6, respectively. The plan? A dead man tells, Natrojomo Naxatelis, or does he? Their idea was simple, yet utterly macabre: use a dead body to deliver false intelligence. The Germans were known to place great trust in documents that appeared to fall into their hands accidentally, especially if they came from high-ranking officers. The plan revolved around creating a fictional persona, a British officer named Major William Martin of the Royal Marines. This man would accidentally die in a plane crash off the coast of Spain, a neutral but Axis-leaning country, carrying top-secret documents that would mislead the Germans about Allied intentions. The genius of the plan lay in the meticulous detail of Major Martin's fictional life. His pockets would be filled with personal effects, a photograph of his fiancée Pam, theater ticket stubs, an overdue bank statement, love letters, and even an identity card, all designed to make him seem like a real person, a believable victim of circumstance. Finding Major Martin and crafting the lure. The first and most critical step was finding the right corpse. Eventually, they found a body in a London morgue of a man named Glindwar Mike, who had died from pneumonia after ingesting rat poison. Crucially, the cause of death, drowning, could plausibly be simulated to match the narrative of a plane crash. Next came the creation of the fake top-secret documents. The most important was a letter from Lieutenant General Archibald Nye, Vice Chief of the Imperial General Staff, to General Sir Harold Alexander, commander of the Allied forces in Tunisia. This letter explicitly stated that the Allied invasion would target Greece and Sardinia, with Sicily being a mere feint to make the deception even more convincing. They added another letter from Admiral Lord Louis Mountbatten to Admiral of the Fleet Sir Andrew Cunningham, discussing the need for a body of a Royal Marine officer for a deception operation. This was a brilliant piece of meant to make the Germans believe they were uncovering a different, minor deception. The body of Major Martin, carrying his carefully crafted backstory and the crucial false documents, was placed in a canister filled with dry ice to preserve it and loaded onto a submarine. The drop and the German reaction on April 30th, 1943. The submarine HMS Seraph surfaced off the coast of Huelva, Spain. The canister was opened, and Major Martin was gently released into the Atlantic current. The hope was that his body and the attached briefcase would wash ashore and fall into the hands of German intelligence agents operating in Spain. The plan worked perfectly. Days later, Major Martin's body was discovered by a Spanish fisherman. The documents quickly made their way into German hands through Spanish authorities, who were secretly sympathetic to the Axis. Hitler himself was convinced. Intelligence intercepts showed that he swallowed the bait hook, line, and sinker. He immediately ordered significant German forces to be moved from Sicily to Greece and Sardinia, precisely where the Allies wanted them to go. Key panzer divisions and Luftwaffe squadrons were redeployed. The successful invasion of Sicily and its legacy. On July 9, 1943, Operation Husky, the Allied invasion of Sicily, began. The deception had been a resounding success. The German defenses on Sicily were significantly weaker than they would have been, thanks to the redeployment of troops. The invasion, though still a fierce fight, cost far fewer Allied lives than anticipated. Operation Mincemeat stands as a testament to the power of human ingenuity and deception in warfare. It saved countless lives and greatly contributed to the success of the Allied campaign in Italy, ultimately helping to shorten the war. The story of Major William Martin, the man who never was, remains one of the most astonishing and, indeed, weirdest true stories of World War II.